So the Uganda Communication Commission came to confirm to most of us, maybe like reconfirm because it's something you're supposed to already know, that this is not your year. They went ahead and slapped fresh regulations on the creative industry. But this is the interesting thing. The people that are busy making the most noise, like, we're under attack, we're under attack. They are the people that have not even read that damn document. And for the first time, that's okay. Because if I had gunshots behind me right now, I can't be like, let me first go see which gun they're using. The law is that bad. This is the one where you just run. You run. It is so bad that Khalifa Aganaga did a press conference saying that he is going to report this to Anthony General. Okay, I don't know what he tried to mean, but all I know is that anything, any man he can put on the job, I'm all for it. Like any guys, like Anthony Tomes, every guy. This is how serious this is. Because they are that bad. I mean, let me give you an example of how bad it is. If I was made to make regulations for the Uganda Medical Association, the doctors will know. They will, as in my oily fingerprints will be all over the regulations. That's how these regulations were. Whoever made them was one clueless mechanic. Let me tell you some of the ridiculous regulations. You are required to have an English translation of all your work. As in, it is compulsory that any work you have to put out there is an English translation. Oh, Johnny Black, Tata Sam. Let me try to explain this better to you. Do you know the song Bobby Wine did in 2008? Bada. Bada. If it was released in 2021, it would be blocked. I mean, it's 12 years and I don't even know what that song meant. Then the other thing is that for every form of public entertainment, you need a permit, which permit can be withdrawn when the very production is ongoing. How? Because you're mandated to have a U.C.C. official at your show. Yeah! Let's set this roof up on fire! As in, like, no, we can't have fire in this place. Like, no, like, don't real fire. Like, it was not fire. Really? I mean, if you block a U.C.C. official from your show, it attracts 1 year in prison. And first rewind. Before you can get that permit, you might be required at application to have a certificate of censure from the Media Council. Are you getting a headache right now? If you have a headache, just know it has come too soon, because if you rewind, you will need to first advertise for people to come to your show. To advertise, you need another permit, which can only be given if you have clearance from the local government. Are you tired now? Because you can't be tired yet. If you ever want to actually be a part of this mix, like anything creative, like if you want to be an actor, if you want to be a photographer, if you want to be a filmmaker, if you want to be a singer, I mean, anything. If you want to be a blogger, you need a license if you intend to produce anything that is commercially viable. And if you intend to broadcast it, you win yourself another license. See your luck. But I discovered something. There's a bright side. I know you're like, really? Yeah! There's a bright side. Because considering that you need like 6 or 7 permits and licenses, there's actually now more money to make as a license broker than writing a damn play. I mean, then I looked at the fees. The fees, they're in dollars. Come on, U.C.C. We can barely find shillings for ourselves. You want us to find dollars for you? I mean, the fees that are charged just show how detached U.C.C. is from the people they are pretending to regulate. I mean, how can you charge 5 million for a national filming license from a guy that is still struggling to replace his national ID? U.C.C. Creatives can only pay from what they've actually earned. And if I'm to do some groundwork for you, in this country, 90% of creatives earn exposure. What a currency. So U.C.C., do you accept exposure? I mean, it opens doors. Then there's the requirement that you're supposed to present to U.C.C. any work before you put it out there. Really? Guys, art is a profession and a business like any other. I mean, okay, you tell me, which institution do doctors go every morning to submit their paper of the work they intend to do, like any medical procedure where they first go and present what they... Okay, leave doctors. Where do farmers go and be like, these are the beans. These are the beans I intend to put in the ground. I mean, why should arts people have that pressure? And does the law cater for improv? Because if it does not, and I had submitted the script for this video, that means my license would have been taken away at second 46. But do you know why U.C.C is trying to make money out of the role that the Uganda National Cultural Center is mandated to do? You know the answer? Filmmakers. Yes, filmmakers. These guys allowed U.C.C to make them a party every year for the past 5. Now they realize in this country there's nothing as free food. Because the guys are back to collect. And it's money we can pay back. But the problem is they're taking more than they actually gave. Small food, and now they're overstepping their boundary. I mean, if U.C.C should run film, then UNRA should run a motorsport. I mean, they own the roads. Then there is a structure problem. U.C.C being in charge of art means that actually art is under the Ministry of ICT. I think they thought, because it's so funny that the Minister of ICT is a police officer, we should make her in charge of comedians. You failed to achieve 70% local content broadcast. And you're coming to some industry to reap. That's like milking a cow, and you're coming for the milk, you're like, by the way, I promise you, I'm going to feed you. No, for real, I feed. Like I feed stuff. Like, give me all your milk. Now, this is the most important thing. Creatives, content creators, the people that contribute to the arts. Make art. Make a lot of good art. So that when we're in a situation like this and we need to fight for art, there's actual art to fight for.
Come on, don't leave me, don't leave me, don't leave me, don't leave me.